Hey, what's up guys? This is Ayush and you're watching Explore Gadgets. Now before I begin this video, a huge shout out to Samsung for making amazing S-series devices. Now if you're a tech enthusiast, you might have heard about Samsung's S1, S2, the amazing S3 and now the S7. I have with me the S7 Edge and I've been using this for a month now. So this is my experience on the S7 Edge for a month. Now, just to keep some perspective off the table, I have been using the S7 Edge right from the launch date as my daily driver. I've jotted down all my experience with this beast throughout my month-long usage, and today I will be sharing it with you guys. Let me begin with the improvements. Now, Samsung did listen to the customers about the poor battery life of the S6 Edge and added an extra 1000 mAh, making the S7 Edge one of the best battery life smartphone in the S family. With such a gigantic battery, I was psyched to test it out, and as expected, it comfortably lasts me throughout the day. Even with heavy usage on a single charge, I personally got around 5 to 6 hours of screen on time, which is simply awesome. And the support for fast charging is much like an icing on the cake. While we're on this topic, I can assure you that you won't have to opt for ultra power saving mode under normal usage. And oh, I almost forgot to mention, with the return of the SD card support, Samsung proved that they did listen to their customers. Samsung also upgraded the RAM of the S7 Edge to 4GB along with an updated CPU and GPU. As a result, the phone can handle almost anything you throw at it. The multitasking is undoubtedly buttery smooth, and up till now I haven't experienced any kind of, even a slightest of lags whatsoever while multitasking. I am kind of a power user. I always have my push notifications on and usually reply to all my emails through my phone. Moreover, I always have plenty of apps and games running in the background. So far there hasn't been any kind of stutter or glitches. And judging by my past experience with Samsung devices, I can confidently say that the S7 Edge has the best RAM management till date. Thanks to its 4GB of RAM, there hasn't been app reloading or anything comparable to aggressive RAM management, common with previous Galaxy devices. While we're on this subject, let me tell you that the gaming experience of this device is an absolute pleasure. While it undoubtedly handles any kind of graphic intensive games without an issue, the best part lies in its new liquid cooling technology. Now, the Galaxy S7 Edge has the best heat dissipation with optimum gaming efficiency. As a result, you won't even feel a mild increase in temperature, and the battery consumption is bare minimum. Do check out my gaming test video to get a more in-depth details on the gaming performance with this device. However, the speaker on the other hand is kept tiny to make it waterproof. And yes guys, the waterproofing is really great, as you have seen with various water tests all over the internet. While we are talking about immersive gaming experience, let me mention that the 5.5-inch QHD display is hands down the best. You can clearly see that the AMOLED display has matured under Samsung. Bright sunlight visibility, accurate colors, a rich content, you just can't go wrong with the S7 Edge. Well, now talking about the display, Samsung has thrown in an always on display with the S7 Edge, and it's really helpful for checking notifications. Though the display is always on, it consumes battery to bare minimum, having almost no impact on battery life whatsoever. Well, along with always on display, there are tons of other features that Samsung has thrown in the S7 and S7 Edge. I definitely recommend to check out my tips and tricks video to get more depth details with these features, which will be linked down in the description. Now talking about the design, S7 Edge is built on the design of the S6 Edge. While the display size is slightly increased to 5.5 inches, you won't feel the difference as the increase is well distributed over the surface. Overall, the ergonomics of this device is really good. The power and volume buttons placed at the sides feel tactile. However, the glass back does make the device a fingerprint magnet and is slightly slippery too. You can get a case or skins for that matter. I personally don't like the bulk with the cases, so I will be applying skins once they arrive. Now, quite thoughtfully, Samsung has also included an OTG adapter with this device. Now this gives you an added benefit of transferring files and media from external storage. Along with that, you can even plug in your wired gamepads directly. Talking about the fingerprint scanner, it certainly seems to have improved over the S6. The fingerprint scanner is quick and accurate. Now coming to the gem of this device, the camera. The camera on the S7 Edge does provide service as advertised. It is perhaps one of the best smartphone camera you can get on the market right now. The 12 megapixel rear camera produces awesome quality images with accurate colors. Though the images are a little bit over sharpened, you do get manual mode, which provides a greater control. The camera outperforms most of the flagships from other manufacturers, and the pictures in low light and handheld video shots are very steady due to the availability of OIS. Now on the other side, the 5 megapixel front facing shooter equally does a great job of taking selfies. I do use voice commands while taking selfies, which in my opinion is a really handy feature. Well, moving on, I would like to draw your attention towards the unique feature of the S7 Edge, which is the Edge screen. The Edge screen has a list of new and updated functionality added. However, I only use it to access few of my favorite apps and contacts. You can easily use the Edge display for bedtime clock, notifications, and a bunch of other things to do. Do check out my tips and tricks video if you want to know more about the Edge screen. Well, most of the apps are still not optimized with the Edge screen. Apps are usually stretched to the Edge screen, making it look slightly weird and a bit inconvenient to use. For example, while watching YouTube, I often mistakenly touch other videos, making it a bit annoying at times. Similarly, the letter on the keyboard do go all the way to the very edge, so typing on it took me a little while to adjust. But either way, I'm a big fan of Samsung's keyboard. Now, all these issues can be solved via an update, which I strongly feel that Samsung will be pushing out in the future. Now for the most infamous part of Samsung, the TouchWiz. Samsung has trimmed down the TouchWiz to bare minimum. It's fast and smooth. TouchWiz offers a lot of features which are great with daily use, such as slide to call, direct call, double tap to launch camera, off-screen memo, and many more. It even has a Miracast support, which I most often use and works great. Now, one more thing with the latest TouchWiz is the theming options. The theme store of Samsung is one of the best stores that I found on Android. As I like to experiment with the look and feel of the device more often, the theming option has been a great plus for me. All in all, the Samsung S7 Edge is one of the best Android smartphone hands down. I personally feel Samsung has stepped up its smartphone game to a whole new level. The premium unibody design with curved glass back, awesome camera, and the proprietary Edge display makes it a head turner in the smartphone world. The Edge screen definitely adds a unique aesthetic value to the S lineup. The journey with the S7 Edge up until now has been undoubtedly pleasant. Well, this was my experience with the S7 Edge. If you are also using the S7 Edge, feel free to share your experience down in the comment section. Well, this is it for this video, guys. Do give this video a thumbs up if you like the contents. Well, thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a great day.